Okay, don't know really where this is gonna land in the video, but it is currently Wednesday the 13th, I think. Google, what's the date?
It's Wednesday, May 15th, 2024.
May 15th, Jesus Christ. My birthday's on Friday. Happy birthday to me. Anywho, behind me is a bunch of extra, like there's my curtains. Actually, those are not extra. During the storm yesterday, I was fucking with my curtains and then the one fell, and then I was like, well, I'm moving anyway, so I just took them down, which sucked this morning because it was so bright. But I always like spring and summer to be like matched up with my circadian rhythm. Is that how we call it? I don't know I know how to sort of pronounce it, but basically you rise with the sun, you go down with the sun. And yesterday I signed the new lease. I sent in my little resignation to Cafe 100, and I really started to like lean into the move. I talked to Sam for a little bit, and yeah, so I wanted to start getting ready for our first trip, which is gonna be next week. And when I get the keys, I wanted to make sure to bring over some like baseline stuff, so that way, I think Neil, Sam's dad, actually I call him my dad too, but he's just such a great guy. He's very handy, so he's gonna probably help us hang curtains and change out the shower head and stuff like that. So I wanna get some of that stuff ready to go. And so with the moving vlogs, I wanted to do, like we did moving on last week, we're doing moving past this week. So part of that is going to be moving past some of these old clothes that I don't need anymore, different knickknacks and stuff. The more that I've handled stuff with my mother's estate and thought about how my grandparents hoarded things, and also visiting those estate sales with Olivia recently, it's just that whole like you can't take it with you thing. Also, it's interesting too to like remind yourself of like resale value. I went to McKay's recently and I sold more DVDs. I sold like multiple box sets back to them, like Smallville, Veronica Mars. Also, when you go to those places, you see that they're just sitting on bookcases worth of DVDs. So I get it, why they are not worth much anymore, but I like gave up a lot of things and it was like $13 back. And like you could get more if you get trade value, but I already was sitting on like a $70 gift card from the last time that I dropped it off. So it's just interesting, you know, when you buy a new car, the second you drive it off the lot, it's not worth as much. And I just think that I really am getting into my thrifting era. I thought about my Aunt Katie, and this is like my grandpa's sister. And a lot of the older people I know live such minimal lives. And as I was growing up, I just always thought that they were poor. But the reality is like you just don't want to be bogged down with so much shit. The theme of the week definitely, like we said, is moving past. But within that, there's a lot about surrender. And I've heard that word so many times in the last 2 days. And, you know, so that's really what my focus is going to be for this week, especially going into my birthday, you know, surrendering expectations, surrendering some of these clothes that I haven't worn for years. So I think for me, it's like if I haven't worn it during my time in Tennessee, it's definitely going. Like I have these really cute like overalls from Betty and Veronica that I bought back in my sports girl days, and like I will never fit into those again. It was like one of my first Instagram purchases. So this is a great little town to sell those out in. I'm gonna try to go to Buffalo Exchange today. It's gonna be one of my things that I do. I really just work on getting those last little bits done. My room's pretty empty, which is so nice. But then it's like a lot of it's just right behind me here. So yeah, we're just gonna give it back to the world a little bit and not get hung up so much on like how much money I'm making off of these resales, even if it's just donation. We are surrendering things that are no longer of use. And normally I would say to make room for new things, but to be honest, I just wanna like figure out what I actually need to survive and do that. That is the goal today, is to go through my entire closet essentially, only keep out the things that I really need. And then I just want to drop off like 2 to 3 bins worth of shit. If I can't sell it at Buffalo Exchange, then I'm going to go to Goodwill And then I know I had something else on there, right? Oh, I did the McKay's thing already, yeah. For my donations day, it was Goodwill, Buffalo Exchange, just because I've never been there, and McKay's. So anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna get off this fucking floor. We're gonna clean up some things. I really need a vacuum too. I need to clean the vacuum, then vacuum. So I don't know how much of this will actually end up on tape, because I'll do a quick little tour of how torn up this place is. I'm a little disappointed that I always wanted, I think I did film one good tour of the place while it was done, but I just laughed because I always do this. I always take my curtains down so early that I never really have like a room tour. So I'll show you kind of what it looks like now. Obviously the whole place is in a state of disarray, but I've really loved this apartment. I don't really love my neighbors or the noise here, but internally I really loved that I made it mine, and I had a great year here and I have no regrets. And probably just gonna turn this place into a flop house in June and just like have it be for pool parties and shit like that. But that's why I want to get the most of my stuff out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's just gonna be big furniture that's left, and you know, the stuff that it needs to survive the last couple weeks in June and enjoy it here. But man, it's so nice to be coming to an end of my time in Nashville. It still doesn't really feel real. I'm grateful I'm starting to tell people. It makes me feel a lot more honest. Like I said, I felt like I was living a different life. And, you know, it just didn't feel like I had really made a choice. But like, now that the lease is signed, I can officially look forward to moving. What the fuck is on this? Sorry, something's on my table. I don't know if I'm gonna do with this table, so here we go. Let's start moving past this period, this chapter, this life, not this life, sorry. I think I like this little life, but I think it's time to move to Atlanta. This is the pile of stuff that is coming with me as of right now. I'm gonna double check everything, but that's all my outdoor stuff. Again, like I said, I started pulling down my curtain rods so I could bring those. A lot of this stuff over here is just like outdoor stuff, so that's like the last thing that would come maybe. But I have this little plastic doodad, so I'm gonna fill that up with like bathroom supplies and bring that over. This is all stuff that is like extra blankets and stuff, which I'll use to put down in Fancy so she doesn't get dirty. It's like mostly like living room stuff and that kind of deal. So then I have this box, which is like mostly like lingerie, to be honest, which we don't need, so I'll bring that over first. Here's the room. Again, I took my curtains down. Right now I'm gonna work through all this laundry. I pulled a good chunk of things out into the living room, so that's why there's not too much up here. And it really just leaves my boxes, which will get filled in with my equipment. Some of these items, which again, it's my birthday, so I don't want to pack too much. My shoes, the red box is memorabilia, and then the gray box is like entertainment stuff. We're gonna work on the bathroom as well today, but again, not too much stuff left in here. This, for example, is a pile of most likely to donate or sell. Gotta go through this as well. Christmas tings. And then that cart over there is full of stuff that was in my car that I need to clean. We're a bit of a mess, but it's gonna be, I don't really know where to start, and that's gonna stress me out. But I'm gonna drink some coffee and then we're gonna get to work. All right, we're just getting through some of the clothes at this point. So here's those, oh my God, I can't even deal. First of all, my titties would never fit. Like this isn't even like one tit anymore. But look at the cuteness of this. These are the overalls I was talking about from Betty and Veronica. So it's like this brand. And then the straps were really what did it for me, because it's like comic book. I don't know if it's really giving you everything. I just thought it was so cute. I think Buffalo Exchange should buy these. I had to come on here to just see the anomaly that just happened. So I'm pairing up my last pair of socks. Like there was actually like a sock for every other sock. Like that never happens. So this is divine. This is a divine donation. So we've got Buffalo Exchange donation. We did so good here. This is terrifying at this point, but basically I pulled everything that I'm not going to actively use out of here. So this is just like tools and trash bags and stuff like that that I'm going to use. I'm going to do this laundry. I'm going to do that laundry. This is like all swim gear, so I'm going to figure out a better space for storage for that. And yeah, we're getting there. I mean, it's just crazy because like literally I still have like a month and a half in here, but... I don't even know if I ever wore these from Aloe, but so cute. So expensive, I'm sure, but haven't worn them since 2020, so hopefully Buffalo Exchange finds use for them. This is this cute little Lululemon bra. And then these are my hiking shoes from LA. We're gonna say goodbye finally to these sweet little gals that had gotten me through college. These were a gift. I wore these a couple times too. I mean, very sex pot, but I'm never gonna wear those again. And yeah, I feel good about it. That I make enough money to cover the parking, I guess, because that's just how Nashville works. Into Plato's closet next. First hand truck is packed. This will probably fill up a good amount of the trunk. The trunk is currently full with things that I need to go to donation, but still, these are like literally a bag of bags. Christmas stuff, some binders, and then some tea items. So stuff I don't need for the next month that I won't miss, that'll fit perfectly in the car. And this is like cold weather items for the most part, and then a lingerie. And then these are all empty, ready to get filled with like this stuff based on what I keep. Bathroom is still kind of rough right now, but it's because I'm going to throw out a lot of that stuff. Hi, can I please do the Roost chicken sandwich with a... What? The Roost?
The root sandwich?
Yes.
What size?
The potato wedges, please.
Wedges?
Yes.
Wedges. Anything else?
And a small sweet tea.
Small sweet tea?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
What else?
That'll be all, thank you. So we made some progress in the bathroom. Don't look at me, I'm scary. Made some progress here. This has all been wiped down and reorganized. And then this is just whatever I need for the next month. And then I've got some laundry going. Still got plenty to do, but we can at least see the floor, so that's good.
Just pulled up to the house, don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing my best, taking a moment to rest, feeling stressed out. Give it a good, I put that on God when it gets hard. I stay on my job like no days off, so you can go home with the negativity, with that broke mentality. Jump on jealousy, my bad. Get away from me, 'cause I've been working all day. Can I catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey.
All right, we're just gonna swing through one more time. Looking good. Put away the towels that I just finished. Got another, I put this back for now just to make it easier to organize. And then this is almost done. We're gonna pop those in there. And then take an everything shower, because your girl needs one. Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie maven Kai.
Well, hey there guys, it is I, your movie maven Kai, and we are back talking about moving. But this week we're talking about moving past. Now, if that's moving past a bad situation, a relationship that didn't serve you, whatever it is, moving past things can be very, very difficult because you tend to have these attachments to these moments, these eras, if you will, as the kids are calling them these days, and they can be really difficult to let go. And so when Rusty talked to me about this, I thought about a movie that I absolutely love, and so many people absolutely despise because it is very schmaltzy. It is very 2001 romance, meet cute, tearjerker, pull all of the emotions. Let's just get to it. Might be the middle of May, but we are talking about Sweet November. If you have ever seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It hits every trope. It hits every, you have your manic pixie dream girl, you have your overworked, corporate drone, you have, the kooky sidekicks. It really does hit every single, checkbox, but it's so good. It's so fantastic. So, okay. It's Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron. Keanu is playing, the corporate drone who is, he's an ad executive, and he's got this huge, amazing super life that he's got everything that he wants, materialistically. Charlize plays this incredible free spirit who, they meet, they have, a moment, and she kind of stalks him a little bit to prove that, hey, you're not living your life right. Let me show you how to do it, my way, which is, of course, the right way. And they end up in this relationship together. And she said, you are going to spend November with me. Until the end of, November, you're going to live with me, and you're not going to, have access to your phones, and you're not going to go to work, and you're going to take this little sabbatical, which I guess you can do when you work in the corporate world, just out of nowhere, go off and spend a month with, a cute lady that you meet at the DMV. I would like that job. So whoever's hiring for that job, you let me know, at Captain Princess Kitty. So they meet, they spend the month together, and, his life kind of turns around because he realizes that it's not all about the money and the stuff and the materialistic and, whatever. Now, here's the thing. Charlize is very, very sick. She's very, very sick, and she has a very limited time left, which is why she's been doing, this, I'm going to spend a month with this person, I'm going to spend a month with that person thing. This is, he's not the first month that she's had. And, she's using what's left of her time to try to leave the earth better than she found it, because she is not long for this world. She has two best friends who are absolute treasures in this movie. They are a gay couple played by Michael Rosenbaum and Jason Isaacs. Michael Rosenbaum, as you know, one of the loves of my life, played Lex Luthor on Smallville. And Jason Isaacs, who played Lucius Malfoy in all of the Harry Potter movies. Incredible turn for those two, an unexpected performance from each of them. Because it is so wonderful and fluid and accurate, and you really just watch the movie. If nothing else, look up their scenes, because they're gold. Every single moment these two are in the movie is absolutely gold. So you have your Hollywood ending, you have, the unquestioned kind of trope thing, going on, but it's first of all, beautifully shot. Second, incredible soundtrack. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this movie, and every single time I watch it, I still get a little choked up. I still get a little teary-eyed, because it is very sweet, and it is a really interesting concept. I only recently found out that it's a loose remake of a movie by the same title that came out in like the 60s. So now I have to go and find that and watch it. Apparently the plot is very, very similar. They had to update it, of course, to, kind of work for today's audience, or speak to, the people who'd be watching it now. But it's a very interesting movie when you start thinking about moving past and letting things go, and understanding your trajectory in the world, and the things that you can do to make things better for the people around you. Whether you're going to be there or not. And I think that is really beautiful. And sometimes the good that can be done is just stepping away from those people or that situation. And whether that's good for you, good for them, good for the environment, whatever, I think it's a really interesting way to kind of watch this and take that away from it. So, you know, whatever's going on in your life right now, like we say every week, you know, what's important is that you are doing what's good for you. You are leading with the best of intentions. You are doing what's best for you without damaging or hurting anybody around you, you know, in the most gentle way possible, if that makes sense. You know, it's like, there are sometimes you're going to have to, you know, do things that maybe somebody else isn't going to like all that much. But, you know, if the hurt is not intentional and you are doing it for the betterment of, you know, everybody involved, then you are moving forward with, you know, good karma. And that's really what it's about, guys. So Sweet November, watch it in the middle of May, and have a good cry, have a good laugh. Like I said, go pick up the soundtrack. I think it's on iTunes. It's so good. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful week. We're halfway through May. There's a lot of stuff, you know, going on and coming up this summer that, you know, I can't wait to talk to you about, and Rusty can't wait to talk to you about. And man, it's going to be a good time. So drink your water, take your meds. We love you so much. Thank you for coming every week and saying hi and spending a little bit of time with us, guys. We will see you next week. Take care.
Hi, for Jessica.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want a straw?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Oh, she was gonna say happy birthday, but it's okay. Oh, puppies! All right, cheers.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore.
Me a mess. Me and my mess. Just back a little bit. Of course a plane would fly over. How does this happen so fast? Well, it makes sense. Sorry, my toe's doing this weird thing. It kind of like feels like there's a hair in between my toe, but there is no hair between my toe, which that's I don't know, probably concerning. Did my toe have a stroke? That plays Jesus in The Chosen in his real life, and they've given him this beautiful documentary, and they're following him as he's meeting all these really like impactful people, including like the Pope. But he's like traveling around Rome and going to like where Jesus had walked, and the steps that he walked up to essentially receive, I guess, the verdict of getting crucified. But anywho, very great show, but also was reflecting on in his home. He definitely has some OCD things going on there, but he's like very minimal of a liver. And in my best dreams, like that's how I operate too. I do like having certain things, but today we're gonna try to like work up a little bit of a sweat out some of those Cajun fries with honey mustard. Yeah, it's like, if you can get it, why don't you get what you want? But discipline and all that. All right, this did not help, but okay. Misbehaving indeed. What was the other thing? Oh, some like doing okay. This is terrifying, but it's at least grouped, but